morning, my children! Well, evening nowadays, but it's morning somewhere. He's back from the tomb, the greatest of the horror monsters. And most certainly the most underappreciated of Marvel's monsters. The Living Mummy!
Doors cannot stop him. Chains won't hold him. He's out for vengeance on the whole world. By popular demand, now in his own sinister series.
You hear that? By popular demand! I am not the only one who wanted an ongoing series about mummies.
The mummy Encanto, leader of a slave rebellion in Egypt during a lost time in its history, emerges from a crate in a New York museum, alive again 1 year after the end of his previous fight. Until now, it was the only time he was truly alive in the last 3,000 years, and the sight of long-lost Egyptian artifacts in the museum fails to calm the 30 centuries of torment he has had to endure. A security guard confronts the creature caked in ancient dust, his bullets meaning nothing to him. It is only the guard's pleas for mercy that spares him a deathly fate. Sympathy for his erstwhile attacker. Dr. Scarab, the archaeologist who originally discovered the mummy, is called in to investigate the mummy's escape. He explains to the museum's curator, Dr. Harter, about the events of the previous encounter and the history of the mummy. The mummy had fallen thanks to being electrocuted during that issue. Not dead, but merely in suspended animation. Not that they realized that at the time, of course. But the electricity had a far more interesting effect on the living dead man. It restored his sanity! Yes, no longer raging aimlessly with only the faint hint of memories of his previous life, the living mummy wanders the streets, examining lights and smells, and all manner of things strange to him, with more curiosity than anything else. In fact, he does not realize just how much time has passed, initially believing it to have only been a few years since he freed his people, but soon realizes that for the area to have changed so much since his time, that it must be considerably longer. He rescues a woman being attacked in the park, wondering if these are his own people whom he has to deal with. The woman he rescued flees from him.
Me personally, I get rescued by a mummy and I want to talk to him, but maybe I'm just weird.
He believes that the bandages covering him must have made them think he was a walking corpse and tries to take off said bandages, and discovers how blistered and decayed his flesh has become with time. Indeed, he could only look like that if he had been in such a state for centuries. He does not take the news well. But neither do the police, who are soon summoned and immediately open fire upon him. But as we have established, bullets mean nothing to the living dead. He smashes through their lines and spares their lives, heading into a dark alley. The police pursue, but he has vanished. Where could the mummy have gone?
Outer space! Seriously, but that's something we'll have to talk about next year, my children. For now, remember to pay your respects to the mummy.